Alright, hello, welcome to another Game Over video. Today we'll be discussing the nominations for 2016's Oscars. And it is a controversial one, for not just for racially, but because there are films in there that just aren't normally Oscar-type films. Mad Max Fury Road is up for Best Picture. Like, did any of us see that coming?
Nope.
I mean, we watched that in May.
Awesome. You
watched that from May until June. How many times have you seen it?
I think it was 16 once in IMAX. Such a good movie, man.
I didn't expect Best Picture.
I didn't expect any Oscars for it, to be honest.
I thought it was just going to
Best Picture.
I mean, it's up for 10 Oscars. Best Picture, Best Editing, Best Makeup and Hair, Best Production Design, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, Visual Effects, Cinematography. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Costume Design and Direction. And
the Best Director one's a biggie as well.
That's significant. I mean, considering
around Best Picture.
I mean, considering that, you know, for Best Director, the competition are Adam McKay from The Big Short, who famously did Anchorman, Alejandro Inarritu of The Revenant, obviously, which I think probably will win Best Director.
I think that's going to be the winner for that one.
Room by Lenny Abrahamson. I haven't seen Room.
That could win as well.
And Spotlight by Tom McCarthy, which isn't out in the UK yet. But I mean, I guess Fury Road and Room are kind of like opposite films. Yeah, Fury Road is big, bombastic,
Room
showy,
is very intimate, character-driven.
Fury Road did one thing very, very, very well.
It did loud well.
Yeah, and
it was like the most metal film ever. Actually,
like, what make this film better? We all turned around and did it again.
Exactly.
Let's do that then. Okay.
So 10 nominations for Fury Road, and that's the second greatest number of nominations this year. Second only to The Revenant, which has 12. Best Picture, Best Lead Actor, obviously. Best Supporting Actor, Tom Hardy. A strange one.
Yeah.
Best Editing, sure. Best Makeup and Hair, why not? It looked the part. Best Cinematography, Emmanuel Lubezki, who won for Birdman last year, and Gravity the year before. If he wins this year, that's a record. No cinematographer has ever won 3 times, let alone 3 times in a row. Direction, which, again, as we said, Inarritu probably will win for direction, because that's fair.
I think that's the director film, personally, yeah.
So, The Revenant, which we will discuss in a different video, is that the front runner for the Oscars generally this year?
I think so.
It's looking that way. It kind of deserves it, but I think it falls into the category of, this is an amazing film that I'll only watch once. In natural lighting, of course.
Well, Mark Kermode did say he'd seen it twice, once screener copy, and once again at the cinema, and he said, really, the cinema is where you should watch it.
Yeah.
It feels to me like one of those films.
Films this year, I mean, most of them are big cinema-type films. Fury Road, The Revenant, Bridge of Spies, even, and The Martian. I can't imagine The Martian...
on a small screen, yeah.
Exactly, and it's weird to me that that's up for Best Film. The Best Film nominees are The Big Short, Brooklyn, Room, Fury Road, Bridge of Spies, The Revenant, and Spotlight. 8 films. So despite The Martian being up for Best Picture, which I never saw coming, really, Ridley Scott isn't up for Best Director.
I really enjoyed The Martian, but...
Yeah, I watched it multiple times. Like, bang on soundtrack. Matt Damon did a really good job.
Yeah, but was he Best Actor good?
No, it was...
I think that should go to Leo.
Everything around him was, like, spot on. Like, the set. Like, we were on Mars for, like, that 2 hours. Like, hour and 50 minutes. And everything looked spot on.
Yeah, it's incredibly believable.
And Matt Damon was just one hell of a botanist. And he did that really well. But not Best Actor well.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I mean, because he is up for Best Actor in competition with...
I think he should be up for Best Actor, because he carried that entire film.
That's
I don't
true.
think he should win. I think he should be recognised for it, and he has been.
It's a sort of showy, fun Matt Damon performance, but I don't think... I mean, I didn't watch it and go, yeah, alright, Best Actor. I mean, considering that he's against Bryan Cranston in Trumbo, which isn't out here, so I haven't seen it. Leo in The Revenant. He didn't do very much in The Revenant. He just suffered and crawled through the snow, but he did it really well. Fassbender in Jobs, or Steve Jobs even.
I don't know why Fassbender's on there.
I don't
personally.
I mean, all he had to do was just eat soup for a month. You know,
there is is
that acting?
Like anyone can play an asshole.
That's just student life. And Eddie Redmayne in The Danish Girl, which is probably the more Oscar-y type performance. The Academy love it when it's a serious, British, sensible film.
But didn't he
get
it last year?
subjects?
I don't think... I think only one actor has won Best Leading Actor 2 years in a row, and that was Spencer Tracy in the 50s. So, not going to happen. It shouldn't happen again. I mean, I'm not saying the case of when they do the voting go, well, he won last year, so not this year, but...
They don't like doing that.
It's Leo's time. It's not Leo's best performance, but it's bloody
It's
time.
up there, though, yeah.
Yeah, and in any instance, lead actor, I think Fassbender shouldn't be up for Jobs, but for Macbeth. Now, you guys know I love Macbeth. I thought it was so good.
I still haven't watched it. I need to watch it.
But
That opening scene, man.
Yeah.
That was kick-ass.
He looked like he had PTSD, which is how they were playing it. The descent into madness was great, and as Steve Jobs, he's kind of consistently a douche for like 98% of the film, and then at the end he goes,
He's slightly less of a douche.
I'll make an iPod. That his redeeming quality is that he'll make his daughter an iPod, which is cool. But come on, not enough to carry a film? No.
No. But was that true to life though?
Maybe.
Wasn't he like famously a massive douche?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, not Fassbender. Like he played the dickhead well, but I don't know if being a complete arsehole on film for 90 minutes is all that Oscar worthy.
It's not fun watching, really.
I don't think it should be though either.
It was a very nicely
It was an alright
done.
film.
Yeah.
Like I liked that it was all done behind closed scenes, or like every scene in the film was just before a press conference. I like that
And
style
more or less
to it.
in real
It was
time.
quite cool. Yeah.
I don't think people are going to be talking about Jobs all that much.
No.
Really. Whereas people will be talking about The Revenant. I'm watching it again on Thursday. But what I do want to talk about, and I don't know if it's just sort of the film geek in me, but Best Director. Right, the nominees are Adam McKay, George Miller, Alejandro Inarritu, Lenny Abrahamson, and Tom McCarthy of Spotlight. But it surprises me that Adam McKay and a couple of other guys who basically never heard of are up for Best Director when Spielberg isn't up for Bridge of Spies. Now, I haven't seen Bridge of Spies, but he's like the most Oscar-type director. Tarantino isn't up for The Hateful Eight, which is arguably his most sort of directorial
film. Yeah. Has he been up for Oscars for like all his recent?
Yeah.
Django.
Yep.
And
Inglourious, yep.
Inglourious were up for.
And possibly even Kill Bill.
Possibly Kill Bill.
So, and Ridley Scott, most notably, isn't up for Best Director, like The Martian, if nothing else. Great directorial piece.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going on with the the Best Director category, but who would you like to see win? Knowing who the nominees are.
I'd like to see Inarritu win. The Revenant was, and it is a stunning piece of work.
Yeah, it is art.
So what I called it the other, like it's like an indie film on like a blockbuster budget.
Yeah,
like it's got that kind of art housey feel to it, where it's allowed to like.
Just looking at
do
some clowns
arty
for a
pointless
bit.
spot shots of stuff that just don't exist in films usually, other than like indie films.
Yeah.
We look at the sky for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the other surprise to me, Ex Machina, which hasn't got enough love. I think Oscar Isaac should be up for Best Supporting.
He should
in
be,
that.
definitely.
I mean, Oscar Isaac should be up for Best Supporting instead of Tom Hardy in The Revenant. Like, Tom Hardy was fine in The Revenant, but if you're going to nominate Tom Hardy for anything he did this year, legend. Like, whether or not you like Legend, he played two guys, and they were really different.
Yeah, he played them quite well.
Quite well, differently, in fact.
Yeah.
But Straight Outta Compton is up for Best Screenplay. However, The Hateful Eight
So the thing is,
isn't.
it won't win for screenplay, but I think Compton should be up for an Oscar. I think it should be up for like.
It should be for Best Film.
Yeah.
If there was an award for like Best
If there was for
Ensemble
cast or something, they should be up for that as well. But
actually, for Best Ensemble, it would be up against The Hateful Eight.
that is true.
Hateful Eight's
But I
only-
think it should be up for best film at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Screenplay, I mean, I get it should be up for screenplay, but like it should be up for a bigger one than that. Not that screenplay's not a big one, but like
It's not a
it's not
sort
what
of
people start to pay attention to
newsworthy,
properly.
but,
Yeah, I think it should be up for one of those. I don't quite know why it's not.
Hateful
Yes, it
Eight has just three, which is Best Supporting Actress, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Best Score by Ennio Morricone, which when you think about it,
I think it'll win.
Like that's a lot.
That's one hell of a score.
Yeah, so it's got to
I
be
think
that
it's
one.
already secured that one easily.
But it's just that's almost like a minor Oscar, which is bad because I don't want to think of music as minor. Particularly if it's by Ennio Morricone, who did the good, the bad, and the ugly theme.
Yeah.
Like he is a heavyweight of film music. He is like Hans Zimmer and cinematography. And the competition are Carol, which I understand, Hateful Eight, sure. I mean 70mm wide shots, Weather, Forever.
Yeah, that film looked
Inside.
awesome.
That's a serious contender. Fury Road. It really looked visceral and real. You could sense that these were real vehicles. You got The Revenant, Emmanuel Lubezki, we've already mentioned him, and Sicario by Roger Deakins. You enjoyed Sicario more than me.
I really like Sicario, yeah.
Cinematography-wise, who would you like to see win?
I'd like to see Mad Max win that one, actually. I think it will be Revenant. Which is, I think is a bit unfair they've been putting because like Revenant looked kind of like nothing else.
Right,
I think those other
it's
films are
its own-
kind of at a disadvantage being against it because they're not anywhere near as technically. They're quite standard in terms of like cinematography, whereas The Revenant like, went out of its way to do stuff differently.
Those other films are more like functional, like okay, this is what's happening, and then we go to the next shot, and that. Whereas The Revenant is you're on the horse, you're under the water, you're in a tree. You know, it's more like that. So this year's Oscars are a weird one. Who do you want for Best Picture?
Fury Road.
I'd like Fury Road for Best Picture.
I'm gonna be the odd one out and say The Revenant, but Fury Road close second. Best Lead Actor,
Leo.
Leo.
Supporting Actor, Christian Bale in The Big Short, Tom Hardy in The Revenant, Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight, which we haven't got, Mark Rylance in Bridge of Spies, and Stallone in Creed. What is
What's
that?
going on there? I'm not saying Creed, so he could be spectacular in it, but like
He's just
I
got
can't see.
you got to fight more.
Bridge of Spies. That was a solid movie.
I've only seen one of those films, so I've only seen The Revenant.
Yeah, and I wouldn't give it to Tom Hardy.
No.
So
yeah, the films I haven't seen, I still wouldn't give it to Tom Hardy.
we will probably do a good couple of videos or just blogs about what the Oscars will be this year, because this is landmark. If Fury Road wins anything, then that changes
Fury Road
the
is
game.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's not an Oscar film,
It does.
or not what you perceive as an Oscar film. It's not.
not at all. Fury Road winning any Oscars is kind of like The Dark Knight being nominated. You know, remember when The Dark Knight got nominated, we were like,
Jesus,
yeah,
it did,
fair
didn't
enough.
it?
Yeah, like that happened.
Yeah, so I think it should be nominated.
Yeah.
It's one of the films that like you look at and think it should be, but it never will be. But it was.
But we won't know until the 2nd or 3rd of March.
Feb.
No, I think it's March.
So-
Well, just put it in the comments below.
I think they're in February.
We'll find out. But anyway, this is Oscars, weird, exciting, and thank you for watching. I've been Matt.
I've been Dan.
I've been Aaron.
Okay, bye.